Very good morning, friends. I hope all you are doing really well. Guys, this is a session of encryption interview questions, right? Like, what are the questions related for the encryptions which are generally asked in that particular sessions, right? So, these are the certain questions from which interviewer can imagine that what depth of knowledge you have in terms of encryptions. Like, what do you mean by encryptions? What is the fundamental definition for this? So, very simple. The conversion of a readable text to a non-readable format is our encryption, right? Encryption means we just enter a kind of codings which is generally non-readable by humans, right? And further it will be decoded at the another end, at the target end. That is our encryptions. Next question, how will you encrypt and decrypt the communication? Very important. In simple language, we generally told that yes, we can convert this to this, that to that, like, but how will you convert? What is the process? Right? What is the methodology? What is the mechanism? So, guys, generally there are two methods, right? First one is small data encryptions. Small data means like email communications, right? Like a very small amount of data, I mean very minute level of data we are transferring from server to server. In that particular scenario, there is an options of encrypt the communication. For example, in terms of email, we all know that there is a very minute level of data in the email body, right? Just 4 to 5 sentence or maximum 100 sentence or 1000 sentence. I believe no emails having more than 1000 sentence maximum. So during sending, guys, there is one option of encrypt the text and asking to put the password, right? During sending, you will find a option of encrypt the communication. Just go to encryption sessions. This will ask to enter the password, right? You have to put up the password, and whatever your password you are entering at your end, same password someone has to enter at another end during decryption, right? So this is a very basic kind of small data encryptions. Very simple. You nothing have to do. I mean much more in this, but I'm sorry. But the examine actually has to done at the infrastructure level encryption, which is the second methodology, which is very important if we look in terms of the organization's point of view, right? In terms of confidential data, because organization has many categories of data like confidential, internal, public, right? N numbers of data quality, data categories they have. So at infrastructure level, guys, again there are two kinds of mechanism for encryption, right? Number one is symmetric encryption. Symmetric means very small amount of data is encrypted at infra level. Right now, one questions it should arise in your mind that in symmetric encryption also we are, encrypting a small level of data, right? And in point number one, right? Like in the email, the same amount of data. So what is the difference between these two, right? So in symmetric, the data can be categorized at infrastructure level, right? However, in the point number one, email may be your private, right? Like Gmail, Yahoo Mail, Reddit Mail, Orkut Mail, whatever may be. Okay. So this is the difference. Point number one is applicable to all private sections like me and you who are not associated with the organizations. However, symmetric encryption is allowed for infrastructure data, right? I hope you got what is the difference between the first encryption and the symmetric encryption. Okay, so small level of data is encrypted at infra level, and the same key you have to enter at the second level. Now, I mean, what are the technologies from where we can convert the symmetric one? So, guys, there are many mechanisms, many applications, many softwares which are available in the market, in which the most popular is AES, Advanced Encryption Standard, right? Second one is a Data Encryption Standard. Third one is Twofish. Next is triple DS, in which most generic use is advanced encryption standard. AES 128 is a old one. The latest is AES 526 or 528, I believe. Okay. Next, come to the asymmetric encryption. So asymmetric means large amount of data is processed by these methods. For example, right? For example, guys, at broader level of infrastructure, for example, we have to shift one data center's data to other data center's data. Asymmetric encryption generally used when, I mean, in case of disaster only. For example, when we have to load the data from one side to another side, that means huge amount of data in terms of terabyte, uh, gigabyte, something. So, so huge amount of data should transfer from asymmetric encryption, but some are advantages and particularly disadvantages associated with this asymmetric encryption as well. For example, um, the speed of encrypted data, right? The process of encryption of data in asymmetric is very low. Why? Because because point number one is huge amount of data is there, right? Second one is two keys are used in this asymmetric encryptions. One is private key and second one is public key, right? Private key is used for internal and public key is used from one location to another location. This is the use of the two key. Over private key, public key is overloaded for public transmission, as I had mentioned here. This point, you can see this point, friends, right? This point. Over private key, public key is overloaded for public transmission from one location to another, and data is covered with first layer of encryption is called as private key. So the process of this encryption is very low because of huge data is processing along with multiple keys involved in the scenario. Okay. Um, how encryption is related with the CIA. CIA, as you all know, I had made the last to last videos, I believe. Not last to last, I think last 4 or 5 videos in terms of CIA, that is confidentiality, integrity, and availability, right? So encryption. So from this question, interviewer wants to know that how would you relate the encryption in terms of the CIA, right? Right? How can you relate this particular one? Right? What is the relation between these two? So encryption is used to maintain the confidentiality and integrity of critical data, right? And encrypted data should be available whenever required because our motive for encryption is to just ensure the security of data so that no middle, I mean, man in the middle attack should happen, right? That means confidentiality and same data, whatever we are transferring from server one, same data without any minute changes, that same data would be delivered to the second server, right? This is our motto. And whenever we require the data at both the ends, the data should be available. That means very simple. Confidentiality, integrity, and availability is related with the encryption's point of view. Very important questions, hashing. Many guys are generally confusing in terms of encryptions and hashing ones. Hashing is the process of converting data like text numbers, files, or anything into fixed length of a string of, right? For example, document verification, digital signals, and integrity controls. Hashing is a typical use alongside crypto as a method of storing and retrieving. It is most commonly used for. One more thing, guys. During hacking of the website, right? We generally insert some fixed length string in website because if some unauthorized users has access by chance and he or she is currently changing the code, right, then it disturb the length and alert automatically go onto the website administrator, and uh, and he knows that something is going wrong in website, right? This is the purpose of hashing, right? Hashing is generally used in terms of the verification of the documentation during hiring of employees or in n numbers of sectors. Digital signatures, right? Like non-physical signatures are called digital ones, and integrity controls, right? means uh, means the particular codes. These codes are generally used during making of the clone of the websites, right? So these are the certain scenarios related to the encryptions. There are also n numbers of questions related with the encryptions from the interview's point of view. Viewers, I will also cover all those ones. So thank you for watching, friends. I have one request, guys. How you like these videos, right? Are these videos are really helping you? You can make your comment in the particular comment box, or any kind of queries or any kind of suggestions, or if you have any kind of interviews questions and you are seeking for answers, guys, right? My email is mentioned. You can email me or you can put your comment in the comment box. Thanks for watching. Thank you.